Senator Van.
Thank you very much, Chair. And,
you can do that.
Mr Keane, welcome. I think this is your first estimate.
Yes.
In
this Parliament.
In this Parliament. There you go. And thank you for you and your officials coming along. As was alluded to earlier, I'm currently chairing a committee looking at energy planning and regulation in Australia. It received bipartisan support and has been taking evidence from a range of experts as well as our market bodies. A large part of the origin for the inquiry was that, as was alluded to earlier, this committee or this parliament can't call AEMO before it in the estimates process. And this has led to a view that there is a lack of accountability with AEMO that the inquiry is seeking to test. Do you think that, and you referenced the ISP and maybe it's infallible, maybe it's not, but do you think that given the importance of ensuring that we are successful in our energy transition and lowering emissions and securing supply and affordable energy, do you think there's a place for the Climate Change Authority to do a review of AEMO or the market bodies in general, and just to test some of the things that they're putting forward?
I'm not sure it's the role of the Climate Change Authority to review the expert work of AEMO or any of the market bodies. What I do think the Climate Change Authority's role is to provide frank and fearless advice to the government of the day, to the Parliament of Australia, on what the best path for the nation is to achieve net zero by 2050, and also moving as fast as possible on decarbonisation. When it comes to that decarbonisation agenda, we know that the easiest section of the economy to decarbonise is the electricity section. It contributes around a third of our total emissions, and we know that the technologies are already available that can be rolled out at scale that will not only reduce emissions but will also have the benefit of lowering household bills and underwriting a new era of prosperity for our nation. So where possible, where we're qualified to do so, we'll be providing advice to the Minister, to the Government and to the Parliament of Australia about what we can do to speed up the transition to a net zero economy, but do it in a responsible way that, as I said, grows the economy, not undermines the economy. And that's what my focus will be.
And as it should be, and I know you do a electricity and energy sector review. Given that the only market body that's accountable to any parliament is AER, and they'll be here later this afternoon, do you not think there's a place for Climate Change Authority, and maybe it's not you, you might have a recommendation of another authority that should have a view to assessing the market body's plan to get us there, because there's been an enormous amount of evidence put forward to the inquiry that the transition is at risk, and some of the assumptions underpinning the planning aren't based on economics.
Again, I'm not sure it's the remit of the Climate Change Authority to review the work of AEMO or any of the market bodies, but our focus is providing advice to the government of the day, to the people of Australia, about what the clearest and fastest pathway is for us to decarbonise our economy in a way that benefits Australians. That's what my focus is going to be on, Chair, and happy to work with you, Senator, happy to work with the different market bodies, the CSIRO, to make sure that we can meet the challenge of our times, which is addressing the issue of climate change while still growing our prosperity. That's what I tried to do in New South Wales as the Climate Minister there, and that's what I'll try to do in this role as the Independent Climate Chair Authority.
Thank you very much. Ms Keane, I haven't checked with my Deputy Chair, but I'm sure the committee would welcome CCA in putting a submission towards the inquiry, if my Deputy Chair concurs.
We can discuss that, Senator Van.
The invitation is there, so thank you for
Thank you, Senator.
appearing today.